One Finger Death Punch 2. Come on, you can work controller. Oh, the controller was working. I just couldn't tell. Because you can't pick any of the other options on the menu. We're playing One Finger Death Punch 2 as requested by Patreon subscriber Jason Waite. You actually might remember this game from a bit earlier because I played a game called The Fall 2, the sequel to The Fall, and it had a warrior character who had this like 2D plane fighting thing where you attack people to your direct left and right in a reactive sort of way. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is exactly like One Finger Death Punch. It was like distractingly so. This is the sequel to that game. It's a...
Not a button mash.
All right. So it begins.
Move in this game. Wait for enemies to enter the zone. Attack when enemies are touching. Press B to attack the enemy.
That's definitely the starting of the game. Oop, that was too early. So with the reason things where people are talking about the idea of Sekiro being like rhythm-like and so on, this is actually what I always remember is this.
Missing leaves you open to enemy attacks. Try not to miss.
Because this is basically an entirely reactive rhythm game of combat. So when you see those arrows, I can attack beyond my range, but otherwise I need to stay within my normal range.
Faster.
It's a super straightforward, simple game that keeps getting visceral and hyperactive and blah. It keeps ramping up. At least the previous game.
Fewer misses get you more stars.
There we go. Two
Legendary.
misses. It's directly judging me based on how many times I've fucked up. Alright. But they're gonna start layering mechanics.
Your life.
So I just defeat 50 enemies.
One hit. Press attack to throw.
And I've got a throwing weapon. Oh, I thought I'd keep going with that. So it looks like it's single use. Whenever you get a ranged weapon, it's single use. But has infinite range, or a screen's worth at least.
Enemies left.
Speed raised 6%.
Legendary.
And it just keeps getting more aggressive. Brawlers.
Attack once for each bar.
Attack only once. Okay. So now they're gonna introduce like what's essentially like mini bosses. Yep.
Attack right to remove the red bar. Don't let the bar hit the ground. Attack left to remove the blue bar. Attack only once per bar. You have this entire zone to match the bars. Always match them the bar.
So it's less a rhythm game in that you don't necessarily have to hit specific timing. It's more about you need to press the right buttons, and you're always on a time pressure. So satisfying when they're all in a line. Because it's a game about not button mashing, but that's the exact moments when you absolutely can button mash. Got him. This game it always reminds me of Stick Fight. Or whatever it was called. The animator versus animation. Those viral animations from way back. Where little stick figures fight against the animation software.
Godly.
2-hit enemies.
Green enemies take 2 hits. The enemy's hits are indicated below them.
They've hit him twice now. Oh. I was all ready to use his ranged weapon. I have a gun. Oh, the gun can be used multiple times. Oh. Green enemies cannot survive one-shot kill weapons, which is every ranged weapon. So you can strategically use them against a green enemy to avoid the double tap. What I'm waiting for is them to bring in the enemy that goes around you. That's an interesting dude. Ah, I'm scum. I've made a horrible mistake.
Legendary.
I feel so judged. Swapping enemies, yes.
Dodge your attacks. Enemies' hits are indicated below them.
I've never played that far in any of these games, but this is the specific variation that I remember being the big brain breaker. So you're in the middle of these rhythms and you have the character that dodges around you. That's when things get interesting. So the blue enemies, there you go. So whenever a blue enemy happens, you have to press the direction towards them and the direction behind them because they dodge behind you after the first blow. And if you mess up, you take a hit. Ah. And as always, using a strategically placed ranged weapon means you don't have to fight that enemy. Oh no! Fatality.
Legendary.
Follow us on SD Games. That weirds me out because when we first encountered Silver Dollar, yeah, they would be Silver Dollar Games, would be SD. But when we first encountered them, we were it was when Andrew and I were running our channel, Sad Games.
Right.
It's only one letter off.
You can block these projectiles by attacking.
Okay. Ka. Now I gotta watch out for little arrows or I'll be in trouble. So I can deflect them out of the air. That's kind of great. It's so overhyped for a bunch of silly... oh, hey. For a bunch of silly stick figures, it's really funny how overhyped it is to do like the slow motion, like bone breaker moves.
Enemies left.
It's so stupid. Sometimes it's just good for video games to be very stupid.
Right.
Catch throwing weapons?
You can grab these projectiles by attacking.
Got him. Oh, it's a shotgun. Just threw the gun at him. You can send the arrows back at them. Just throw it right back at the person that threw it at you. If there's no one between you and them.
Perfect. Legendary.
There we go. That was a perfect run, wasn't it? Or at least close to one. Didn't take any hits and didn't miss at all.
You can deflect these projectiles by attacking.
They're color-coded based... Okay, so that's like... That's not... I didn't catch it, but I sent it right back at where it came from. There's 3 variations of how projectiles work. I probably won't be able to keep them all straight, honestly. One of them, let's... What? What do you mean you can deflect the bullets? Oh, I took a hit. Oh, God. I've made a mistake. Oh, I thought that was a double tap. I don't know why I thought that. It doesn't really get old. I mean specifically the slow motion overhyped kills. They just don't really get old. They're kind of fantastic.
Dodge these projectiles by attacking.
So all projectiles do a thing when you attack them directly. It's just some of them I'll catch them and get to use them against somebody, whereas some of them I'll only dodge them. Ultimately, I just okay. So so the dodged ones will hit the person behind me. So I do want to learn the projectile colors so I can learn how to react to them. It's just a lot to keep track of. Because when I'm playing out all these actions, I'm gonna have more and more misses if I lose track of how the projectiles work. Oops. I was getting ready to react to the blue guy. And then that happened. He ripped his heart out. 4 misses. The layered on complexities are starting to get to me. Boss fight. What? What's with the eyeballs? That's just weird. Now with eyes. Is that necessary?
You can customize character details. This is always available in the options.
I don't know if I want eyes. Skin-colored forearms? Skin-colored head? Show eyes? Show shading. Enemy variation. Done.
Switch between brawlers and regular enemies. Take your time. Do not button mash.
This looks too weird. I can't handle it. It's too weird looking with all the details. Nope. Oh shit. Lost my rhythm. I'm taking some damage. This is bad news. I'm having like spirit tigers come out during the fight. I'm like not entirely ready for the boss when he shows up sometimes. Boom. Take that at random, last guy. I was half dead. Damn. Options. Oh, we're not even playing in 1080p. Oh no, now it's like in... Now it's not full screen. Back to full screen. We were not entirely high quality, even though it's not really that easy to notice at that point. Alright, I'm done with that. I can keep shading. That's a lot of 60 frames per second, I guess. That's a lot of customization. We were playing in 720p. It's a little hard to notice, admittedly. I do not like having skin color on the screen. When you rely on the silhouette colors in order to play, it's too weird. Ah. Trying not to button mash. It's a risk. Whoa. This is different. That's different. I didn't beat the original game necessarily, but at least for how little...
One projectile at a time. Hint, first enter, first dead.
There we go. Wow. But I didn't beat the first game, so I don't know with the full breadth of what it had. So it might just be showing stuff that was in the other game, but faster. But at the moment, I'm like, holy crap, this seems to have a lot more mini games and tricks to mix up the gameplay than the other one did. What the fuck? There's just suddenly a horse. I'm cutting all their heads off. Oh my god. Alright. This game apparently has enough minigames to justify spending this many of them in one round. Oh, it's a boss fight. Are boss fights just sprinkled in now? Damn. There we go.
Legendary.
They're making it work. There's like no production values, but they make it work.
You can increase the game speed manually if you're crazy.
You can make the game faster if you're crazy. Specifically, I always remember this as being one of the series that we encountered in Xbox Live indie games, which was just a cesspool of garbage video games. Like, it's just a place where bad games existed all the time. Like, Andrew and I did a show about them specifically because it was entertaining to play a bunch of really terrible games. And this was like one of the weird gems we encountered. And not everything made by Silver Dollar was a gem. And I think they were one of the developers that basically committed to making a game every week, which, as you might imagine, isn't the most high production value stuff and is really iffy. They made some silly stuff, like I think they made No Luca No, which is a game where you just push a cat away from eating your cereal. Like, go away, stop it, no Luca. It was just silly micro experiments. But this was just such a weird, neat thing they made. That it eventually got a Steam port when Xbox Live Indie Games died, and now we got a sequel. It's so satisfying to just burn through them all in a line, specifically because it's so rare. Did I win? Okay, cool. The issue with stick figures is I don't know which one's mine when we do a showdown like that very well. But I mashed B. Ball of death. Ow, stop it.
Attack the ball of death. It will bounce and kill enemies in one hit. It's destroyed after kills or if you hit it off screen.
I can't even follow the ball of death. Oh my god. I can't. My brain. Oops. There's too many balls of death. Help. Help. Oh my god, the ball of death is chaos. I can't tell. I can't tell. It's like, this character needs you to double tap, this character needs you to reverse tap, this one needs you to do the whole crazy DDR section, but I can't. In the chaos, I can't tell which ones are getting hit by ball of death and which ones I'm hitting directly. And like, if it gets hit by a ball of death, the whole minigame doesn't happen, because they just die instantly. Whoa.
Yellow enemies take 3 hits.
What?
The enemies' hits are indicated below them. The bars below the enemies tell you what buttons to press.
Oh, I think I remember that enemy. Yeah. So it's any combination of 3 buttons. They probably will change direction, but maybe after the first hit or maybe after the second hit. So it's not like the double tap enemies where you just press it twice and don't have to think about it. It's active to keep an eye on which side they're gonna end up on. Actually, it might always be the first side twice and the other side for the third time. That seems to be the case so far. Ah. Oh, sadness miss.
10 enemies left.
He just choked him and shot lasers out of his eyes to kill him. Did they come up with a separate kill animation for every level, or is there just a certain pool and it's looping through them? I wonder if they're level specific. Like each specific level has an ending built into it.
You can pick up weapons from the ground. Extend your attack range for a brief time.
So while you have a weapon, your range increases.
Weapon racks provide you with consecutive weapons. Enjoy the extra attack range while it lasts.
Now I'm storing weapons.
10 enemies left.
The little double kill.
Patience.
What?
The attack bar is locked. If you attack when locked, you lose the fight.
Whoa. What does that mean?
Attack now.
What? So I'm waiting for the take a quick time event sequence. I have to wait for the prompt. I think he's bringing up like dragons and tigers and nonsense for his attacks. Power weapons.
With power weapons.
He has a lightsaber, because of course he does. What is that? It's a chainsaw. What? Because of course it is. Why not? Sure, just throw a chainsaw in there. That's normal. This might not be the most interesting thing to actually... Ah. This may not be the most interesting thing to watch ever.
But the road ahead is long and treacherous.
But it's so strangely cathartic to play. What a perfect duration for a tutorial for a preview video. That was unreasonably cool looking for a bunch of stick figures. Hey, and then there's the actual story mission. In case you were worried that it just ended that quickly. That was the tutorial. Alright, well that was fun. I think that's basically the perfect, after that cutscene, that's the perfect place to end the preview video. So, thank you to the developer for sending me a code so I could preview their game. Thanks for watching like always, guys. If you want to check out this game for yourself, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.